There are like a lot of the people who listen to us are working professionals in top companies. They have high net worth, and they might think, okay, I'm just going to let every number that I don't know roll into my voicemail. And then you get voicemails like this. But there's a lot of people who are entrepreneurs or who are have some kind of, or salespeople at these companies. They have to take incoming calls because they could have a potential client or customer on the other line, or a legitimate business call coming in, and they can't just say only contacts
Right. Yep.
in my
Yep.
contact list. So they're unfortunately, going to have a live voice come on. What advice do you have for people in that situation?
Yeah, so there are certain jobs where you have to answer the phone, right?
Hmm.
Those people don't have an option.
Hmm.
Then I still say all the tips that we already gave,
Hmm.
right? I mean, so yeah, you're answering the phone because you might want clients, right?
Hmm.
But now you get on that call and it sounds too good to be true. You
Hmm.
know, they're asking you for information that they shouldn't be asking you for, and they're using that fear hope combination. Okay, no, this emotion means that I'm probably getting scammed, so I'm gonna hang up on this call.
Right. Okay. So just hang up as soon as you know that it's not
Yeah.
a potential client calling in and it's any kind of a robo selling kind of thing or a live person trying to sell you something you don't want. So just hang up.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays, I don't know about you. I can't remember the last time I received a legitimate sales call,
Hmm.
right, on the phone. Like I haven't got a sales call on the phone and I can't tell you when.
Hmm.
So, right, sales comes through LinkedIn or email. Right? That's
Hmm.
how it comes in. I don't remember ever picking up the phone and being like, "Hey, you want to buy a vacuum or something?" Like it doesn't happen
That's
anymore.
true. For all of
Right?
us on LinkedIn, we are now bombarded by in-mails,
Yes.
whereas before we used to be more bombarded by phone calls.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'll get a flyer in the mail or I'll get a postcard, something like that with sales stuff. But I'll even get some people coming knocking door to door for roofing or tree cutting or something like
Yes.
that. But I don't get phone calls, just random phone calls. And I think people know that because, I mean, think about your business, my business. If I just said to my team, okay, I want you to just start calling CISOs, who's going
Hmm.
to answer the phone
Right.
nowadays? Right? Because we all do that. We all look at our phone and
People
go,
listening, that's a chief information security
yes.
officer company. So, yeah. Mhm.
They're not going to look at their phone and go, I don't know that number. I'm going to
Right.
answer it. These people are busy as heck. They got a million things going on,
Right.
right?
Right.
So we can also think that way if
So,
you're
so
an
you should be
entrepreneur.
suspicious of phone in general in a way that people over the age of 30 have not been trained to think.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, like my generation, everything was done on the phone. I
Right.
remember my first sales job. It literally was sitting on the phone making calls
Mhm.
because that is the way you got in touch with people. We didn't have email and all this other stuff. You either did direct mailers or you were making phone calls.
Right.